Hi, I'm Mark with American Tank Company. We're here at 501 American Way in Windsor. Got a beautiful shop. I can't wait to show it to you. And I'm super excited about starting this video series on tanks, fittings, all sorts of stuff. Come on, this is going to be awesome. Hi, today we're going to be putting in this 4-inch Rhino stainless steel. It's a bolted tank fitting. It's type 316 stainless. I already took the hardware off the top. So first thing you're going to do to install this guy is going to get the faceplate off. Oh, and I got to show you our gasket. This is just so cool. We call these our power seal gaskets, and if you zoom in, you can see how we got 3 molded in ridges around every bolt hole and even all the way around the perimeter of the fitting body itself. So it just makes an incredible seal, and nobody makes anything like this. In fact, it's lifetime warranty. If you break a stud, we'll just send the fitting back. We'll give you another fitting. We've only had it happen a couple times in 20 years, and we know why it broke, because they didn't use anti-seize. So anyhow, but we gave them a fitting anyways, and we told them you probably want to use anti-seize next time. So everyone was happy. Anyways, today Peter's going to be installing this in the tank, and we're ready to go. Like we talked about in our last video, we have measured 3 times because we're going to cut once. And when they laid this fitting out, I'm going to show you really quick. The one thing you always want to do when you're putting it on any kind of a tank, especially a poly tank, is you see this bottom radius here on the tank? Well, you cannot get the fitting too low where it's going to interfere with that radius, because no matter how tight you tighten it, it's not going to seal. So we don't push it too tight. I mean, we still leave about 1 inch or so of clearance when we install it. So that's just standard practice. So Peter's going to go ahead. First thing, we've got it laid out, and he's going to take the correct size hole saw. Yeah. And you can rock the hole saw around a little. Sometimes that helps a little. There you go. So pretty easy to cut these holes in a poly tank. So next step here is going to be to get that burr off quick, and we're using the deburr tool. And just a light touch on it is all it typically takes. Sometimes there's hardly any burr around the hole. Yeah, we use that, and we'll use a little piece of sandpaper and just make sure that there's no gouges, no burrs, because that's where a crack would start. So putting fittings in these tanks pretty darn easy. Any little hairs left, you just pull them off. And again, no sharp gouges, no sharp edges, and you're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is Peter's going to take the faceplate for this fitting. We're going to use it as a drill template. And we have a couple little C-clamps to make it super easy. So he's going to center it on that hole that he just drilled in the tank wall. This is a Norwesco 5,000-gallon low profile. Call them a tuna can. Again, I think that's what we used on the last video we just did. So he's going to just get it centered, make it look perfect. Just doing it by eye. And then he's going to go ahead and snug up the first clamp and then install a second one to hold it all in place. And what he's doing is we're used to putting on ANSI flanges and stuff, so he's clocking the fitting. So there's 2 holes that are straight and level on the top and 2 on the bottom, just like you would with a regular flange fitting. And that's so when you go to bolt a valve on that wants to be straight up and down, not in this case, but with an ANSI flange, that the valve would come out straight. Okay. So now that he's going to double check, make sure that the reveal looks good all the way around, and that's it. The stainless makes a great bolt template for drilling. And these fittings have 1/2-inch studs, so we're going to use a 5/8 drill, and we're going to pop those holes in. Again, these are 1/2-inch studs on this fitting, so we're using a 5/8 drill, and Peter's just going to take his time, going to go gently through the tank wall when he's drilling it in, and perpendicular, so the hole's just going straight through. Stainless faceplate from the fitting makes a great drill template. So next he'll take the faceplate off, just put it aside. He's going to just check, make sure there's no burrs. You really don't have to deburr these. Drill holes usually are perfect, as you can see. There's just nothing on them. They're just perfect. We'll double check the inside when we're in there too. But that's it, and you can see that literally is just about a minute, maybe 2 minutes to do it and get it prepped to put the fitting in. Again, 3 most important things. We're going to measure 3 times, we're going to cut once, so don't get that fitting too low. You get it down here in this corner, and you really can ruin a tank, so it's really difficult to fix. There's a few tricks, maybe we'll talk about it sometime, what you could do if you ever got the fitting down too low. And then deburr your holes, and then we'll go over the rest. Okay, Peter's inside the tank already. He's got his air monitor on. We're pretty big on safety here, and it checked out fine. So again, I want to really caution everybody on putting fittings in tanks, new, old. We just don't climb down into tanks. If we don't have a side access, we don't do it. Although I'm going to show you some tricks sometime how to get a fitting down in a tank without climbing in it. Separate video. For now, Peter's inside, and he's got the fitting body, and he's going to go ahead and put it up in the hole and slide it in there and brush the crumbs off. And I'm going to go ahead and just hold it. A lot of times when you get it on the sidewall, it'll hold itself. And that's it. So he's going to come out, and we're going to go ahead and get this thing assembled and put it together. Remember, anytime a guy is in a tank, you always got somebody on the outside. And you want to have them in a position where if there's a problem in the tank, you can get them out. That's why we always have the tank laying on its side. Or it has, like on our big field-erected tanks that we build, they have side manholes. Again, one guy can stay on the outside of the tank, can monitor what's going on, and if there's a problem, we can slide them out, we can drag them out. But again, if you try and put someone down through the top of a tank, I defy anybody to get a guy out of the tank if he's got a problem. You can't do it. You can't get him through that top manway. It's almost impossible. So, safety super important. Okay, so there you go. Nice job, Peter. You even put the Rhino label facing up. I like it. So he's going to go ahead and just put this thing together, which isn't a whole lot on our bolted fittings. Faceplate, washers, and nuts. The first thing you want to do is just get one on. Now the thing can't go anywhere. Nothing can fall. And we usually roll the tank down at least to 90 degrees like it is. And we're actually past 90 a little bit, which makes the fitting want to stay in the hole when you first insert the fitting body. So Peter's going to just go around, put all the lock washers and nuts on. And before he does it, he's going to just put a little dab, which is all you need, of anti-seize. So remember, stainless on stainless wants to gall. So you got to have a little anti-seize, and a little goes a long ways. And these studs had anti-seize on them already. We're just putting some more on when we ship our fittings, because we do manufacture this product. They ship, and they've already got a small amount of anti-seize on them. Okay, now that we've got the anti-seize on each stud, we're going to put the rest of the hardware on, and then it's just another minute or so to just go around and tighten it up. We use all type 316 stainless, the nuts, the lock washers, fitting body, plates, everything. We just make a killer fitting. Been making this product line for over 20 years now. Got it down to a science, man. You guys make a beautiful product, there's no doubt about it. And we do these in sizes starting all the way down to 1/2 inch. And in pipe thread, we go to 4 inch, and then we go up to 6 and 8 inch. We do groove lock. And then you can do groove lock or Victaulic, if you will, fittings on it, or you can add a ANSI flange adapter too and use 150-pound flanges. Those were the first two. I think we forgot to get a little extra anti-seize on, so it's so easy to do it here rather than have it gall and lock up on you. So took an extra 15 seconds. Totally worth it. So you're going to run them all down by hand, as tight as you can, and we're going to use a torque wrench. And that is a 1/4 inch EPDM gasket, and I think it's, 60 or 70 durometer, Peter? 70. So pretty stiff. Again, just like tightening the wheel on your car, you're going to go in a rotating pattern that's going to pull the fitting down equally and crush the gasket equally all the way around. When we get to the end of this tightening sequence, then we'll double check it and go radially all the way around. And we're all done. Just do one last check. If you know what you have your wrench set to for this fitting?
25 foot-pounds.
Okay, there you go. I think just for what it's worth, it takes about 70 foot-pounds. It might even take 100 to break these studs. We did some destructive testing a long time ago, and it's pretty incredible how strong they are. But they seal with 25. In fact, our welds on our studs, because these are stud welded, separate video I'll do, and I'll show you a detail on how beautiful these fittings are. But we use a stud welder. That weld is so strong that we can snap that stud. We put it in a vise fixture, and we set it up, and we can over torque it till we snap the stud, but the weld will not break. So the weld is stronger than the stud itself. And that's it. 4-inch Type 316 stainless steel Rhino tank fitting. Love this product. Killer product. It's been great for us. Customers love them. Once they start using our stuff, they never quit. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it, and we really love putting these together. There'll be more in the future, and in the meantime, if you have any questions, give us a call. Our team's here and ready to help. 877-655-7100.